everyone, and welcome back to the End of Kerbal Space Program, a series in which I endeavor to find the endgame in KSP. As per usual, we are in CCAN adding a mod. This week's mod will be Real Plume, a set of effects and basic configs that can be attached to any engine as appropriate. Requires secondary configs to function correctly. After that, we have 1200 science. We're not doing too bad on funds either after our trip to Eve. I seem to be having problems with my webcam disconnecting and it freezing the video, so I apologize. There's been a bit of footage that was lost. We got over 1200 science and bought a atomic rocket, the scanning tech, so we can scan for ores around planets, and communications for extreme long range. Alright, let's see what contracts we have. Plant a flag on the Mun. I think we can do this. Explore Dunna. Doesn't say what it is. Could it be unmanned? This doesn't tell me. I guess we will find out after we accept it. It doesn't say how long we have to complete it. Okay. No rescue missions. Position satellite in a geosynchronous orbit. We have the bigger communications dish, so we need to put something in a geosynchronous orbit. So why not? Position satellite in a specific orbit of Ike. Materials bay and mystery queue. I guess that's not too much. Yeah, that's a lot of prestige. We'll go ahead and take that. Position satellite in specific orbit of the Mun. Well, I guess we're scanning. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this. I can't take it anymore. Oh, I need to upgrade. Okay, so we will upgrade to unlimited contracts. There we go. So specific orbit of the Mun, and we will rescue Donkus Kerman from the surface of the Mun. I kind of want to take it, but I'm not going to because I don't know where he's at. And if he's at too high of an inclination, then I'll have to use the 3-person vehicle, and that'll burn too much fuel, and I don't want to have to send up another tank. Although I'm probably going to have to anyways. I think I'm going to build a scanning sat for the Mun. We'll do that one first. Alright, we have Mun ScanSat Mark 1 on the pad. I actually had to build a launcher because it's so small. The boosters are going to help us get through the atmosphere, and then the core stage is going to circularize, well, just a little bit below circularize for us. And then I will talk about what's underneath the fairing when we get up there. This thing is actually really simple. It's just the scanner, some solar panels, a battery, the thermometer that's required by the contract, and then an accelerometer, because that's a new thing. We also require the mystery goo canister for the contract, and monopropellant, some spider engines, and 909 on the bottom. So, that said, let's get out to our sending nodes so we can go a little bit more polar and get to our correct orbit around the Mun. Oh, I almost forgot. We recovered. So the main stage, the core, we got 83% back because of our boost back. Speed was good. 100%. Yeah, 3.26. Nice. And distance is only 83. So that's better than if we would have left it drift. 97% for the boosters. Or no, 94% because speed and distance. Oh, they touched down a little bit fast. Okay, there's that done. Now let's go ahead and put this thing in a polar orbit and get it start scanning. This has done what it was intended to do, so we'll go ahead and decouple. And turn these engines on. So I've never used this scan set before. I think... Oh, it's too high. Okay, so how close do you have to be? 35. Now that's definitely really low. I don't think it would be much lower than that. I'm gonna try going down to like 14. So I'm not sure how the scanner works or why it's telling me that I'm too high. Maybe I'm not doing it right or something. If you know what I'm doing wrong, please leave it in the comments. We're gonna go ahead and reuse this platform. I had to do a little bit of a modification, add a dish. That's why you have this bulbous airstream protective shell around it. It's a fairing. And we'll see how we do. Let's see, this is a retrograde orbit, so I'm not sure why they called it a geostationary orbit. But anyways, we're just across from the descending node, so we can burn up to that and change our relative inclination. All right, let's launch. And we're done with that contract. We went ahead and recovered, let's see, we got 92 for that. And then we recovered our sustainer, 85% of that. And our 2 boosters, 94%. Well, that'll do it for this mission. I have prepared a Dunna Explorer. Our first part down here is the orbital maneuver engine, and this is mostly to make sure that it's in the right trajectory for our aerobraking. So that comes off, and then the next stage we have after aerobraking, we ditch our heat shield, and that triggers our flea solid booster. So there goes the heat shield. And this thing has limited fuel, but not limited thrust. I'm not sure if I want to limit the thrust or not. I still need to do testing on that. After that's done, it stages this, and we have a big, powerful reaction wheel on there just to keep this stabilized, because we don't want to lose control with a solid of that power. So after we ditch that, it has solids, asymmetrical solids, so it pushes it out of the way. Although we'll probably be going the other direction because this is still quite a lot of fuel and pretty powerful. Then we have this part, which is a cute little rover on the bottom and a sky crane with parachutes on the top. And I want to show you how this works. The thrust to weight ratio on this is a little bit high, but not too bad. Oops. That was a little high, but this thing can take it, no damage. So that's off wherever it's going, hopefully not near me. Let's turn the brakes off and control from here. And now we have a little rover. So I think about 30 meters per second, as long as we're under that, we should be good. So hopefully we can land this somewhere close to a grouping of biomes and get a bunch of science. This is our heavy launcher, and I put it up here in the middle, right here. with some other things. This one is going to be a long-range satellite that will leave in orbit around Duna, probably. It is autonomous. It has its own power generation and probe core. And then we have this part, which we already saw, and then a secondary part, which is a long-range communication. Let's see which one is which. So this has long-range communication. It's going to go for Ike, and that's just going to be yet another satellite. More coverage, the better. And then this is our main long-range communication that's going to be supporting our landing, if I do it right. So anyways, when we try to take this to the pad, we cannot because it exceeds 255 parts. How many parts is this thing? Nope, that's the wrong button. It is 284, so we just barely outside that range. We have 12 hours to collect science, so we're going to do that next. And we need to upgrade this. Ta-da! Fully upgraded. I believe this is fully upgraded as well. And that. And that. What isn't fully upgraded? Okay, that isn't. Oh, we took a hit to our funds. That was expensive. Hopefully we can still afford that. I'm a little bit concerned now. We might have to take some contracts before we can launch this thing. Okay, we're good. We can. Just barely. If it fails, we're screwed. All right. Time to collect science. Even below 10 kilometers, this thing is still not working. I really... Maybe it's just for surface? Well, we're coming up on the final place where we need to get a temperature scan for a contract that we've had since before we started science mining the moon. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then see if we can land and get a scan then. Log temperature. And that's contract complete. What did we get? 90,000. That's good. Landing time. Okay, we are getting a reading, average 10%. I'm not sure when we started. I'll have to look at the recording. Maybe it was, no, it had to have been more than a kilometer. But I swear this thing said like 1 megameter, below 1 megameter. Anyways, we are landing, and we're going to go ahead and grab our seismic science while we're here. Okay, we're fine. That's an extra 50 science. Northern Basin. I don't think we've been to this biome yet. Maybe we'll come visit it later. Transmitting 20%. Are we going to run out of electricity? Yep. Okay, where is... Don't require complete. And then we got to charge back up. Okay, so while that's doing that, good connection. I would like to say thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.